Hello, Mr. Pokharel. My name is Ji Song Han, and it's a great honor to meet you and have a chance to talk to you in person. So here's my question. Recently, the issue of human rights of convicts have risen as an issue. So as a human rights expert, I want to hear how this globally treated as an issue and an opinion.
Human rights of convicts, right? Yeah. Okay. So human rights of the detainees or convicts or someone who have been charged criminally and sent to prisons is somehow, sometimes people look at it a different way. As a human rights officer, that's one of the big part of the work that we do for a number of reasons. One is, as compared to others, the convicts are confined to certain locations, and two of their rights are curtailed. One is right to movement, one of the rights, and one is its freedom of movement is curtailed. They cannot move outside of a certain periphery. And the second is, for me, when I live in a house, people see, others see, others see. I can meet with the family, I can do certain stuff. But for them, since the freedom of movement is curtailed, they are under the sole custody of the authorities, where nobody can enter. So there are certain norms that should be followed. That's why we advocate for the rights of the prisoners for certain things. There are certain norms. One is they shouldn't be beaten or treated, tortured or treated or ill-treated. Another is they should have opportunity to contact with the outside world, which means that they cannot go outside, but people have to be allowed to come in, which means not all people, but at least the family members have to be allowed to come and visit them. The doctors should be allowed to do treatment to them. They should be able to practice their religions. And if they are in need of lawyer, they should be able to contact the lawyer, because if I cannot go out, somebody have to come in. So that's the basic principle there. So one is you shouldn't ill-treat or beat or done. Another is basically another is outside contact. And another is the basic minimum living conditions, which is basically if the state says that I'm taking you to a prison to improve your behavior, because basically that's the whole objectives of taking people to the prison is to improve the behavior, then the state also should have a responsibility to at least give them a minimal basic living conditions, which is we have clear guidelines on what are the minimum basic living conditions in the prisons. In some countries it's pretty good, in some countries it's worst, and some countries have more or less in between situations in that. So that's why we normally talk about the rights of the convicts, because because the whole idea is to improve the behavior of the people. The modern prison system, I think there has been a discussion on the modern prison system, whether it does the objective of improving the behavior of the convicts. In some countries, the convicts has become even more criminally minded after being sent to the prison. So, but that's the whole idea. And if you see in countries like Netherlands, or if you see countries like Norway, then the approach to convicts is very, very lean, where they are able to do a lot of things, and there is also a concept of open prisons where people are allowed to go for a walk and come back, again based on the nature of the crime that they have committed in the past. But then if you see Norway and Netherlands, there are prisons which are empty now because people does have transformed after being in the prison. But the US, if you see, the concept of prisons is very much punishing, whereas if you see in the European world, the concept of prisons is basically about transforming. But again, when you talk about the rights, it's about the right to be treated well, right to have a basic minimum living conditions, and right to be able to contacted by someone since you cannot go outside. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.